Hymne à la beauté, first stanza. Viens-tu du ciel profond ou sors-tu de l'abîme, ô beauté? Ton regard infernal et divin verse confusément le bienfait et le crime, et l'on peut, pour cela, te comparer au vin. So, do you come from the sky, from the deep sky, or do you come out of the abyss, O beauty? Your regard or look, infernal and divine, confusedly pours out benefit or good deed and crime. And one can, for this reason, compare you to wine. So this poem has a lot of opposites in it, which can be a fun way to learn new vocabulary if you want to. Le ciel, un abîme, le bienfait, le crime. And we also have two examples of subject-verb inversion, which is a very typical way to form questions. You just switch those two around and all of a sudden it's a question. And both of these are with third conjugation IR verbs in the second person singular present active indicative. Venir is to come, and sortir is to come out or come away from something. Ciel and abîme are both masculine nouns, but you'll notice their definite article, le, here gets treated differently. Here it has the mandatory contraction, de, and le becomes du, but here in the second example it doesn't, because the le has already lost its e in elision with the following vowel. So there's like an order of operations at work here for slurring your vowels. Another mandatory contraction down here at the bottom of the stanza, a and le become o, and there's no vowel following le to elide the e from le, or else it would have done the same here. It could have been a, l'abîme. We also have an extra L here for euphony, which just means because it sounds better. So you avoid having two big round vowels together. You can add an extra consonant sometimes. And it's more formal and old-fashioned to include the L, but it's always optional. And here after A is a good place for it, because if the L is gone, you won't have a liaison instead between the T and the O, like you do sometimes. For example, if you say on dit, the silent T at the end of D doesn't get pronounced, but when you follow up with a vowel, if you were to switch it around, it would be dit-on. You would pronounce the T all of a sudden. Or up here with bienfait is another example. Bienfait, the T is silent, but optionally you can pronounce it because there's a vowel following. However, A is a special word, and that never happens with A. On would be how you would pronounce it without the L, and it sounds a little bit ungraceful, so they add the L. A actually apparently got its T added to look more Latin, but in natural spoken French, it was always just an A, like E accent. So maybe that's why it doesn't behave normally in pronunciation.